170. And he's here because Fizz removed Mitch Marsh.
Mitch Marsh plays that shot regularly. Probably has an average of 80 in that area.
End of a successful over for Bangladesh and the Fizz. Australia 38 for 2 after 5.
Well, they started off with a bang, just like Bangladesh did. But they've lost 2 wickets. Bangladesh in with a chance. If they get another wicket in the next couple of overs, well, the cat will be amongst the pigeons. Still a lot to play for Bangladesh. And as usual, it was Mustafizur Rahman in the previous over who took a crucial wicket of Mitch Marsh. Brings Bangladesh back in the game. Now this is the point, you try and dry out the runs, build up the pressure. There's the wicket. That grip and that subtle wrist to try to hit it square, got the slice it, and a well-judged catch taken by Shariful. There's a lot to play for both the teams here today.
Absolutely. The Australian team will want to win their first ever T20 series on Bangladesh soil. They've only played one before that in 2021, lost that 4-1. Obviously, we've spoken at length that they haven't beaten Bangladesh in the ODI series recently.
We know Tim David is a very capable batter. The conditions are for the batters to be watchful. The ball's keeping a tad low on occasions. There is a bit of turn. We saw the success of the Australian spinners. Bangladesh have got 2 frontline spinners in Sheikh Mehdi, who's bowling now. And Rashad Hussain now, he makes room. That's a nice looking shot. Going to be a bit of a teaser. Chase on. Well done. Recovery work done.
Such a tall guy, has got long levers. Predominantly bats in T20 cricket in that number 6 position, that finishing role. But Nikhil Chowdhury and Joel Davies, the debutants, come in and they occupy those positions. So a chance now for Tim David just to be elevated and given extra responsibility with this Australian side.
Change of angle for the bowler. He goes big, and that's going to stay big. It's going to go a long, long way into the crowd. It's not going to hang about when the ball is in his arc, and he hammers it away for a maximum.
Yeah, I mentioned his long levers. It means what a back of a length delivery to other batters. It's still in the slot for Tim David. Clears the front leg, swipes hard against it. 98 metres, if you don't mind. That is a decent hit, and it had people jumping around trying to grab the ball.
And he is a little cramped for space. Good comeback delivery. 9 from that 6th over. The power play completed. 47 for 2. You'd say there's not too much in it, pretty much neck and neck. 52 for 2, Bangladesh 47 for 2. But you must remember that Bangladesh collapsed. Could only muster 131 runs. Rishad Hussain, now he'll be hoping that there is some extra bit of turn. The leggy always gets some more purchase out of the wickets. 73 wickets so far in his tally. And the signal from Masood Rahman Mukul tell you the power play is completed. More protection outside the 30-yard circle. Connolly has been so impressive.
Yeah, he really has. His first opportunity in the Big Bash League was 5 and 6.
Well, the V-Motor Bangladesh is the official electric bike partner of Bangladesh versus Australia series, awarding the highest Bangladeshi wicket taker of the series. V-Motor is redefining the future of mobility through cutting-edge EV bikes, designed for performance, sustainability, and everyday convenience. Future field changes here for David. Deep mid-wicket comes within the 30. There is also a squarer deep mid-wicket on the boundary. Short, and shortness of length is going to allow the batters to really pick their spots and comfortably take the singles.
Also, while this match is taking place, there's another Australia versus Bangladesh taking place over in Leeds, the Women's T20 World Cup. Australia won the toss and elected to field, and unfortunately, I hate to report, Bangladesh women are 29 for 5.
Well, the men also not really showing their true capabilities in the first innings, getting bowled out for 131. So far, not been a very auspicious day for Bangladesh cricket, but you never know. Funny old game. Couple of wickets, the Bangladesh is back in the hunt. Had uppish, but no one close enough to be of concern. Couple of deliveries left in the Rishad over. He wants to finish it on a high, ensure that no easy runs are given away. Desperately in search of a wicket. Not quite ready. The bowler just didn't get his grip right. Back on again. Again, short. But this time round, I think David would try to hit it too hard, not really try and place the ball wide of that short cover fielder. Shot has prompted more protection behind square on the offside. A good point and a short third within 30. And that's the area he's trying to find. Good placement of the field. Dot ball to finish the over. 52 for 2. This is the time that Bangladesh started losing wickets with regularity. You see all those white dots on the red worm? That's where the problem was for Bangladesh. Not enough partnerships going. Australia do not want a similar case to happen to them. With Cooper Connolly on a very, very well compiled 24 of 15. Very aggressive from him. Sakline, Abdul Ghaffar Sakline, the debutant, comes in. Straight away, he's played it square of the wicket and got a run.
Yep.
Okay, so DTech Online is one of the leading ISP brands in Bangladesh with a legacy of over 22 years, bringing innovation and convenience with high-speed internet at your fingertips. They're also our official partner for Bangladesh versus Australia Series 2026.
Suklain obviously had a good Bangladesh Premier League. Debutant today, 9 wickets at an economy rate of just 6.02, which is impressive. Special moment for him to receive his cap. You can see the grin beaming and his teammates getting around him as well. There's that cap very proudly.
Oh, and used the edge. Was going to trickle away, but there is some protection. They're thinking of a second, decide not to go for it, but a moral victory for Abdul Ghaffar Suklain.
Yeah, another tall, fast bowler. Maybe not at the speeds of Nahid Rana or Shariful Islam. I would imagine bowls a heavy delivery, just around that 130 kilometres an hour.
Not the paciest. Well, that was a bit of a cross cutter, wasn't it? Slowed it down, understandably, 113 clicks. Really kept low.
Good luck hitting this one. Cooper Conley was probably in the perfect position, but just look at this absolutely die and roll under the bat. This will show you a decent angle. Yeah, no bounce.
Ah, that's over the top. He's got to holler that. And that's traveled very quickly to long off for 4 runs. Australian flags flying here. They're really getting a move on.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about Cooper Conley. At the age of 20, he debuted in the T20s, ODI, and then has played the one-off test all within 6 months. It just shows you that the Australian selectors value his skill set, and he's an all-format player, and he's showing that again here today.
He's gone for a wild hoik across the line. The bowler has his hands on his head. If it was a straighter delivery, well, could have had some success. I tell you what, but this guy's got clarity of mind. It's just a couple of senior players already out, back in the hut. But he hasn't sort of hung back. He's been very positive. Even in this shot, you can see that he is not going to shy away from going for quick runs, despite the fact that the wicket is a little naughty. Straight back to the bowler. 8 overs done, 58 for 2. He's focused. He wants the Bangladeshi boys to just get some quick wickets. 21 dots, but there have been 17 ones, 6 fours in this compilation. Going at 7.25, the required rate is only 6.17. Rishad into his second. Bowled a decent first over, but the width offered, so very easy. The rotations of strike very constant from the Australians.
Well, they know Richard very well. Played for the Hobart Hurricanes in the Big Bash League. Obviously, Tim David's teammate. And I noticed before the game, went over and said good day. And also to Nikhil as well, probably saying good luck in your debut match. Very effective for the Hurricanes. I think he picked up around 15, 16 wickets.
Well, 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 that was too close for comfort. For once, beaten by a super delivery from Rishad.
Out the front of the hand, that one sliding across. Couple of millimetres away from off stump. Oh dear. Damn, why didn't it turn?
says, I might have been beaten. There's a fielder trying to get to it. Oh, he does manage to flick it back. Might go for a boundary check here.
It looked like he got such a good piece of it, but it hung in the air, didn't it? Osaka out there in the deep, knew exactly where the rope was. It looks like his foot's on the rope there. He does very well. Definitely releases it before he touches the ground.
Well, there, just at that point, maybe the foot touching. Yeah, just unfortunate. Good effort from Shoma Sharkar, and it's been given as a 6.
Probably a good thing because Cooper Connolly wasn't actually running. He kind of was standing and waiting and then realised, oh, hang on, I haven't got as big a piece as I thought.
Making it look very, very, very easy. At the moment, Connolly, mixture of caution and aggression, sensible cricket. As I mentioned earlier, he seems to be very focused and very selective in the manner in which he's gone about his shots. Amra Networks Limited is the official ISP partner of the Bangladesh Cricket Board. And as a pioneer brand, Amra Networks provides cutting-edge internet and IT infrastructure solutions that keep individuals and enterprises seamlessly connected. Last ball of the 9th over. Bangladesh desperately in search of a wicket. Can Rishad do it for them? Field changes it. There's a deep backward square leg for the swivel and the sweep. He's content to play it past the bowler. Very, very disciplined batting here by Connolly. 10 runs from that, 68 for 2. Wicket apiece for Shariful and Mustafizur Rahman. The spinners struggling. They have been taken to task. They've had the batters going after them. Saklan bowls it wide. And when you bowl it wide, it's going to get punished. And what a manner of getting that 6. Just dismissed it from his presence.
Yeah, slower delivery, trying to hang it out near the wide line. We know that Cooper Connolly doesn't take a big step with his front foot towards the ball. But what that does allow him to do is access it easily, and his hands can go nice and quickly through the line of the ball.
Through the line quickly, and once again, quick enough and straight enough to take it away to the boundary. Well, Connolly is in a bit of a hurry, isn't he? Really smashing the ball around.
Yeah, it seems to be that the Australians are wanting to kind of inflict a boundary within the first kind of deliveries, first couple of deliveries of the over. And then if they can actually keep going, they are going to. This Australian side is trying to play a certain brand of cricket, that it's really aggressive.
Devitan really tested here. There's a chance for a fielder here coming round underneath that one. And getting that. The prize wicket. That was on the card. Shariful once again making sure that the ball does not pop out. What a big wicket this is for Bangladesh. They needed desperately to break this partnership, and it's happened for them.
Cooper Connolly going for the big shot to bring up his first half century for Australia in T20 internationals. He was eyeing off the boundary once again. Shariful Islam being able to understand exactly where he is and looking at the ball the whole time. So good catch. Cooper Connolly goes for a well-made 47 off 27 deliveries, and Australia is 78 for 3. And it's time for a drinks.
Shall be a breach of the terms and conditions of entry to the venue for any ticket holder to engage in any conduct, whether through the use of language, gestures or otherwise, which is likely to affect...
With the fall of that important wicket of Cooper Connolly, Bangladesh are back in the game. This is the highlights of the Australian innings so far. As usual, started off well with some positive hitting from Mitch Marsh, but then Josh English was cleaned up by Shariful Islam. Very good ball. Once in a while, they try to go over the top, succeeded. Some arrogant batting, and the second one went that of Mitch Marsh, caught by Shariful. Shariful has been instrumental in all the 3 wickets that have fallen, taken 2 catches, and this is the time when they build up a partnership of 40 between Connolly and Tim David, and eventually it was that important catch taken by Shariful to get rid of Cooper Connolly, which has brought in Matt Renshaw into the middle. Bangladesh will be just hoping that they can take a couple of quick wickets, and then it'll be game on.
Matt Renshaw, there'll be an element for him that he's a little bit apprehensive. The last 2 ODIs, he batted at number 3 and number 4 and registered 2 ducks, unfortunately. And in the first game, just 2 runs as well. Got to get his footwork, his intent absolutely right, because another wicket to Bangladesh here, and then they'll absolutely get up and about. Because we've just got to remember about the 3rd ODI. Got very close in the end. Bangladesh fighting back.
They are through this debutant who's taken his first wicket in his T20 international career as part of the Bangladesh team in the Rising Stars team, and made a name for himself, reached the finals, and he's played a very crucial part in making sure that Bangladesh has a chance.
He's bowled a lot of cutters, hasn't he? Around the wicket. Cooper Connolly eyeing off, I mentioned, his first half century for Australia in T20 internationals. Just needed a couple more metres. The height was certainly higher than what he was expecting, and that enabled Shariful to be in the game.
That was the last ball. We're halfway through after 10 runs from that over. It's 78 for 3.
halfway stage. 78 for 3 Australia. 54 from 60. What Bangladesh would like to see is Rishad Hussain picking up a wicket here. That's the only way Bangladesh can tighten things up here. At this stage, 75 for 4, 78 for 3 for Australia. But this should be okay for Australia from here on, because 7 wickets in hand. But if they lose wicket is when the problem starts. Good evening, Red Hawk.
Good evening, Atar. Yeah, you'd like to get wickets, but the way to do that is just to try and starve Australia from boundaries and just have a run rate over the next 5 over period of 4 and over. Or frustrate the batsmen, causing them to think that they've got to take a risk and bring you in with that chance of that wicket-taking opportunity. And one thing I like right now is they've got 5 fielders in for the leg spinner. The deep mid-off is in the ring. They've got a mid-off cover, backward point, mid-wicket, and 45. But now they've pushed the mid-off out. And they've put a first slip in place, a little bit more attacking, and then 45 has gone to mid-wicket for Renshaw.
Slip in place, good move. And you can only defend this total if you can somehow manage to bowl Australia out.